is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless, we will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life. Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap.
But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money!
Are you ready? They are ready.
Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
You know, to use some words from a song, Magic Mirror on the Wall, who's most misunderstood of all? I can't judge, I just reflect. So what you see is what you get. Welcome in, everybody. We are about to have a good time here. And shout out to the 6 people that came in. I was surprised by that just for this conversation. So I have been seeing the reviews, right? And here's the thing, right? With anything that you put out is going to get criticized, right? However, for the people that can't stand it, there are people who like it. Now, personally, I think the show, sucks. Okay, let me just say that. But there is one critical piece, right, that I really believe that if they reformat this show around this particular person, all right, or conduit, if you will, I think the show will be amazing. So let me get that up here, because when y'all see what I've done to this show, I think y'all gonna be like, okay, Bray, I may not be on board with you fully, but at least I'm curious, right? Because you're not gonna win over everybody. but I really do believe that I think I have the right format for this. So with that being said, higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background. Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music. Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yes, you saw the thumbnail. Listen, I believe, okay, this is me. I believe that this show can work. Okay, I truly believe that this show can work. Now, this is the scene with all of the villains at the end where you vote, right? You see the magic mirror. We're going to focus on the magic mirror tonight, okay? So let me take this overlay down, put Florentine's comment back up here. So let me present this. Guys, I'll be watching the show myself. Just one and done. Understood Dan's life at the Kingdom. Good to see you, by the way. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. I did a Walt Disney World rebrand master plan that turned out pretty good. Did a Universal theme park rebrand master plan that turned out pretty good. Give me a shot. I'm a creative. 10 times out of 10. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's make it do what it do here. So, right here, this comes to us from Deservations. First, listen, Magic Mirror sings in Disney villains Unfairly Ever After. Now, I said to Ron E. Bradley this morning that I actually liked the song. And I typed in a comment that he didn't read, which was his right. It's no love lost between me and Ron E. Bradley. But I said, if you really think about it, right, the magic mirror has never really been showcased in a long form way, right? It's never really been done. So I really liked the fact that Disney actually took the magic mirror and made him the star of the show, right? So basically the premise of the show is he is subject to the queen to answer one question and one question only. Magic mirror, who's the fairest one of all? Right? So that is the legendary question. So here it is here. Disney took us behind the scenes of the recording session for Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After. In addition to hearing a few seconds of the show's original song, we were treated to interviews with several Disney Live Entertainment creative team members. Conductor Roger Butterly tells us what audiences can expect from the musical score. It's a bit of rock and roll, it's a bit of orchestra and classic Gothic score. It's just fun start to finish. Tim Heinz, the show's music arranger, confirmed that Unfairly Ever After is focused on three villains. Basically, the show is built around three classic villains. We got Cruella de Vil, we got Captain Hook, and we got Maleficent. The trio will have to share the stage with the Magic Mirror, who apparently has some musical chops. And I have to tell you, when you hear the song, and like I said, when I first was watching it, I really wasn't watching it for the song. So then I went back and I heard the song. Yes, Little Mermaid was a little bit better. That LED screen that they utilize with actual characters behind it playing with technology and stuff, that was a little bit better. I will give you that, but follow me with where I'm going here. Have I steered your theme park fans wrong yet? I don't think I have. Just follow me here, okay? We'll have to share the stage with the Magic Mirror, who has some musical chops. Doug Morris, the show's music producer, said this show is groundbreaking in the fact that the Magic Mirror does more than just talk. He's actually going to have a song of his very own. The video ends with the Magic Mirror singing these lyrics. Magic mirror on the wall, who's most misunderstood of all, but I can't judge, I just reflect. So what you see is what you'll get. Now, of course, I can't play it because Disney copyrights stuff. But I'm telling you, when I heard the song, and for me, when I'm creating something, right, anything, I have to go back 3 to 5 times to really get. So when I heard the dun 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 dun, first thing I thought about was HBCUs, historically black colleges and universities, and these sororities and fraternities that could step to this song like bum 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 bum. step into this song. You know what I mean? If you don't know what stepping is, it's basically when a fraternity or sorority does a step show at the recite. So I was thinking of, oh my God, this song has a bite to it, right? And of course you can only, I can't play it for you, right? But I will drop the link to the actual song here so you guys can actually listen to it. Hang on, let's see. Hang on. What you see. Hang on. What you see is what you get. Disney. Give me a moment. Because what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to drop the song in the chat, okay? And I'm going to listen to it, and you're going to listen to it. And then let's actually have a conversation on this, because I really do think that if they reframe it around the magic mirror, right, I do think it could work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link here, and you go and put it on a loop, so that way you can actually, hear the song, okay? So let me do this here. And this is an open flow, open dialogue conversation. There is no right or wrong answers. We are just theme park fans that love some theme parks, okay? That's it, because, sometimes a live can really, make or break a channel. And I'm like, I'm about love, grace, and space over here. You know what I mean? But also, too, something that Lorena Creole said, if we don't celebrate what a company is doing right, it's not going to make them want, it's not going to motivate them to, try to keep elevating, right? So I'm a mute myself, okay? I want you to, listen to the song a couple of times. I'll let you know when I'm done with it. Then we're going to actually get into it, because there's a history of the magic mirror that you guys may not know about. And believe me, wait till you see the format that I came up with for this thing. All right, here we go. Give me a moment. We all good in the neighborhood, right? So I feel like, because we've never really seen the magic mirror in its full capacity until I saw this video. So it's a bit long, okay? It's about 26 minutes, but I want to add this to the timeline because I truly believe in order to understand the concept, you have to see it fleshed out. So here
now available on mobile PC exclusively with Google Play Games.
And by the way, shout out to Desmond Disney Pixar Crossover Studios. Yeah, the rest of the show was that, but this particular song was fire. So wait till you see the evolution of the Magic Mirror. I want you to pay attention to everything.
Evolution of the Magic Mirror in the Snow White franchise. Evolution of the Magic Mirror in the Snow White franchise. The Magic Mirror makes its debut appearance in the 1916 silent live-action movie Snow White, which is one of the first on-screen adaptations of the original 1812 fairy tale by the Brothers Grimm. In this story, the mirror appears as a small, carryable mirror with a long handle and a gold frame, which was given to the evil queen by a witch who made her beautiful in exchange for Snow White's heart, as an all-knowing and always truthful object that will tell the queen whether she's the fairest of them all, although here it isn't revealed how it communicates, and which will lead to her losing her beauty if broken, as happens at the end of the movie. Then, the mirror reappears in the 1933 black and white animated short parody Betty Boop in Snow White, voiced by Cab Calloway. Here it also appears as a small portable mirror, but now has a funny face and hands with white gloves, a squishable handle, and a hole for a lubricant. In the story, the mirror initially tells the queen that she's the fairest in the land, until Betty Boop arrives and changes its answer, causing the queen to try and kill her. In the process, the queen uses the mirror to transform herself and objects around her, revealing that here it has such a power, but eventually it just explodes and makes the queen into a dragon-like monster. Next, the mirror appears in the 1937 animated musical movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, which is the first animated feature movie produced in the US that was also inspired by the 1916 movie and based on the original tale, voiced by Maroney Olson. Here, it appears as a spirit, resembling a thin-faced theatrical mask, surrounded by smoke and fire, with greenish and pale overtones in its skin, inside an oval frame, hanging in the queen's private chamber. Although it's
I want to pause it here because you do see this at the beginning of the show. So the beginning of the show is like, I'm only subjected to the queen, but when I'm not here, I'm in the magic room. They keep asking me the same damn question. Which, let's relate that to life a little bit. How many of you out there, right? Your family, your friends, your kids, your dog, your pet, your dog, your cat, your goat, your fish, you got them all in there. And to use the words of Mama Odie, they ask you a question over and over and over and over and over again. And you just sick of the shit. Magic Mirror is just saying, listen, I only got one job. The evil you did is the evil you did. I can't judge you. Just reflect. So what you see is what you get. That's all he's asking for. It's just to recognize his humanity here. Let's keep going.
History isn't revealed. It still retains its neutral nature, being neither bad nor good, and simply always
neither bad nor good,
answering the truth to anyone who owns it, such as the evil queen, who for years daily asks it, "Who is the fairest one of all?" In the course of the story, the mirror also provides the queen with information about Snow White when she becomes fairer than the queen, where she is located, and whether she's still alive after the queen attempted to kill her, after which it suddenly disappears before the poisoned apple scene. In the 1961 live-action comedy movie Snow White and the Three Stooges, the mirror appears in a minor role, voiced by Paul Frees. In the movie,
you know who Paul Frees is? I am your ghost host. I dare you to find a way out. Or there's always my way. Rolling on.
Mirror appears as a large oval wall mirror, which speaks while mainly showing a waving reflection, but which also can show pictures. In the story, it basically replays its role from the 1937 animated movie, but here, it also appears at the end, after the demise of the queen, helping the prince to find the location of Snow White, who was poisoned by the queen. Then, the mirror reappears in the 1961 German live-action adaptation of the original story, Snow White, again in a minor role, with an uncredited voiceover by a woman, which is different from all the other portrayals, voiced by males. Here, the mirror's appearance got noticeably changed, to now being a middle-sized, round mirror on a stand, with an extravagant gold-green frame that includes lamp-like circles that spark while the mirror speaks. Even though its role in the story remains traditional, the lines of its speech were changed to now not only say that Snow White is more beautiful than the Queen, but 1,000 times so. Next, the mirror appears in the 1980 animated TV special A Snow White Christmas, which serves as a sequel to the original fairy tale in a supporting role voiced by Larry Mann. Here, the mirror got an unexpected mixture of traits, with the spirit inside closely resembling the one from the 1937 Disney movie, but with an unprecedented frame featuring golden hands and golden bird legs residing in the evil queen's castle. The role of the mirror gets fully revealed at the end after many years of its use by the queen, who didn't realize that it was the ultimate source of both her powers and life itself, which ends up being the cause of her demise after the mirror shatters because of all the evil the queen had done with it. Following, the mirror appears in the live-action TV series Fairy Tale Theater in the episode Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, voiced by Vincent Price. Here, the mirror is now portrayed as a large oval wall mirror with 2 additional mirrors as doors, while also having a wooden frame with a male face on top, which speaks in answering the evil queen's questions as well as in narrating the story, while also showing various funny face impressions in the process. Interestingly, here, the mirror can also talk first, out of its own volition, as shown when the mirror sees Snow White and right away conveys the news to the queen that now Snow White is fairer than her.
So, in the show, when the magic mirror, says, "Your turn, very good," and he's like, oh no, someone else who has a crock to sell you. And dressed to kill, oh, the fairy godmother of them all. And then, yes, all the villains made it to the glass, some gleam, but these 3 made it through the glass. Vote from these 3. This is your task. So, of course, I can't do the magic mirror. I'm not that gifted, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm just pointing out from this history how it's relating to the show. Okay, let's roll on.
In one comment, it also revealed that it can't tell a lie because it will shatter it into pieces, and also has shown an ability to show images inside it. At the end, the mirror finishes the story by saying to the queen that the prince's court magician has cursed her to never be able to see her reflection in a mirror ever again, causing her to collapse in shock. Next, the mirror appears in the 1987 live-action TV special Disney's Golden Anniversary of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, voiced and portrayed by Sherman Hemsley. Here, it appears as a simple oval wall mirror with a face of the actor inside, which is featured during the Evil Queen's funny segments, in which she converses with it while the face makes funny reactions to her. In the 1987 live-action musical movie Snow White, which is based on the original 1812 fairy tale, the mirror reappears in its secondary role, voiced by Julian Chagrin. In the movie, the mirror appears as a large oval wall mirror inside a big white frame, in the form of a leaf with various carvings and faces that can talk on its surface and that can also show images. In the story, the mirror is portrayed as a much scarier and more individualistic object, as shown at the beginning when Snow White first encounters it, and it scares her away by showing her in the mirror and laughing mockingly at her. With regard to its interactions with the queen, they remain traditional, with the only specialty being its revealed direct link to the queen's beauty and even her life. As shown at the end, after the queen breaks it, it explodes alongside her, making her an old hag first and then turning her into ashes. Then, the mirror reappears in the 1989 animated musical adaptation Happily Ever After, which serves as a direct sequel to the Snow White fairy tale, voiced by Dom DeLuise. Here, it appears as a relatively small, rectangular, silver-framed mirror called Looking Glass with a speaking head on top. In the story, it is depicted again as much more individualistic and emotional, as shown when it jokes while the brother of the late evil queen, Lord Malice, finds out from it what happened to his sister, during which it shows him images of everything that had happened and also reveals to Malice in the course of the movie where Snow White is located. The 1991 Australian animated musical movie, The Magic Riddle, which combines many different fairy tale stories, including the Snow White one, features the mirror in a minor role. Here, it appears as a big silver-colored mirror inside a bedroom stand, which has the clone of Snow White's or Cindy's cruel stepmother inside that can't speak but can show images and is portrayed to be villainous as opposed to neutral. It mainly helps the stepmother to devise plans of attacks on Cindy as well as the disguises for them, which still fail at the end.
9 out of 10 people won't answer an unknown caller, but with Inform branded calling from First Orion, you can...
Next, the mirror appears in the anime TV series The Legend of Snow White, which is based on the original tale, as a supporting character, voiced with no credited actors. Here, it at first appears as a big oval mirror inside a silver frame in the form of 2 snakes, which can talk and show images, and in this version also serves as the evil queen's object for magical rituals. But then, at the end, it gets revealed to actually be a portal to another dimension where different spirits are trapped, including the good spirit called Speck, who has been...
Pause that. Now, does anybody remember Mickey Mouse, the magical mirror on GameCube? And how it was a ghost that was dragging Mickey Mouse here, there, and everywhere. At the end of the day, the magic mirror just wanted a friend. I just want you to pause on that one, okay? Just want you to pause on that one. Okay. Rolling on. Believe me, there's a point to all of this, believe me.
Been answering the queen all these years, as well as a place for the evil spirit who had possessed the evil queen until she died, due to the use of black magic. The mirror was ultimately the object that helped Prince Richard to defeat the evil spirit and save Snow White. In the live-action TV miniseries, The 10th Kingdom, the mirror appears in a significant role, as 5 magic mirrors each serving a different purpose: a traveling mirror, a spying mirror, a mirror to remember, a mirror to forget, and a mirror to rule the world, with each of them having an ancient look and being contained in black, sculpted frames. These mirrors were the source of much of the evil queen's power and made her the most powerful woman in the 9 kingdoms, until they eventually became the cause of her defeat by the main characters, Virginia Lewis and her father, Tony, who used them to stop her and save the 9 kingdoms. The mirror reappears in the 2001 animated crossover movie Mickey's Magical Christmas, Snowed In at the House of Mouse, in its Disney incarnation being located in the lobby of the house and also getting framed in gold wreaths and given a Santa hat by the star on the Christmas tree. Then, in the 2001 animated TV series House of Mouse, the mirror makes many cameo appearances after being installed in the lobby of the club, voiced by Tony Jay. In the series, it acts as the club's on-site consultant, often providing advice when asked by Mickey and his friends, as well as answering questions about the club's guests, while also generally refusing to help the Queen, as revealed in the first episode, The Stolen Cartoons, where it says to the Queen to save it, calling her Queenie, and that everyone's fairer than her.
A little talk back to the Queen, huh? But for everybody saying, well, this show is kind of boring. And I mean the Villain Ever After show, not this show. We're just building a history here so you can understand the format that I'm going to pitch to you. But you notice how in all of these incarnations of the magic mirror, there has been, glimpses of personality. Let's keep rolling.
In the 2001 live-action movie, Snow White, the Fairest of Them All, based upon the traditional story, the mirror appears in a major role, portrayed by various main characters. Here, it first appears as just a middle-sized, portable mirror inside a wooden frame with a handle, given to the evil queen by her brother, the Green-Eyed One, that transformed her from a hideous witch to a beautiful woman, and allows her to see others unseen and to deceive the king of the kingdom, John. In addition to this one mirror, after becoming the queen, she has created for herself a special room full of many large wall mirrors, which all constantly answer to her that she's the fairest of them all, while showing her doppelgangers coming out of the mirrors. Her portable mirror can also show images like a screen and fly, while spying on anything, teleport her, work as an aimed flying weapon, and transform her outer appearance by going through it, as shown when she becomes Snow White's late mother, to kill her. At the end, however, all her evil deeds have caused the mirror to turn her back into her hideous form, after which she breaks it and gets defeated by the garden gnomes. Then, in the 2002 animated movie Mickey's House of Villains, the mirror mainly cameos in the background throughout the movie, and also at the beginning inside the lobby, while Donald looks in it, admiring his devil costume. Next, the mirror reappears in the 2004 German live-action comedy movie Seven Dwarfs Men Alone in the Wood, which is loosely based on the 1812 story of Snow White, replaying its traditional role, portrayed by Rudiger Hoffmann. Here, it appears as a large, oval, silver wall mirror with lighting around it, doors which can close, and a spirit of a talking male head inside that can be physically affected from the outside, as shown when the evil queen throws a red liquid in its face. The spirit is also shown to be able to move from one mirror to another, as exemplified by it appearing in Snow White's small mirror to inform her about the queen's plans to capture her. In the 2004 musical show, Snow White, an Enchanting Musical, which is based on the 1937 Disney movie, the mirror appears replaying its original role, being portrayed with special effects and voiced by Patrick Stewart. In the 2005 live-action movie, The Brothers Grimm, which is a fictional reimagining of the story about Brothers Grimm, the mirror appears in a supporting antagonistic role portrayed by Monica Bellucci. Here, it appears as a large wall mirror inside the evil queen's castle, which is the source of her eternal life, and which has her youthful self inside it as a reflection, while she's lying in her bed and waiting to drink the blood of 12 young women to regain her beauty. The mirror is shown to have the ability to manipulate and mesmerize whoever looks in it, like one of the Grimm brothers, who was almost caught by her offering him anything he wished. At the end, even though her youthful reflection manages to come out, since the mirror is directly connected to the queen, once one of the brothers breaks it, the queen breaks and then explodes as well. Then, the mirror reappears in the 2006 German live-action comedy movie Seven Dwarfs The Forest Is Not Enough, which is the sequel to the 2004 movie, again portrayed by Rudiger Hoffmann. In the story, the mirror's spirit head appears inside a mirror in the forest after the dwarves say the magic phrase, calling upon it, after which they want to come through it to get to real Germany, as if through a portal, with it initially trying to change their minds, but then letting them go through, and then it appears at the end as a mirror in the railway station, through which the dwarves return back to their magic land, while the spirit says that he's already sick of it. In the 2009 animated movie Happily and Ever After 2, Snow White, Another Bite at the Apple, the mirror reappears in a supporting role, voiced by Jim Sullivan. Here, the mirror appears as a big heart-shaped mirror, which stands on the floor rather than hanging on a wall, inside a thin metal frame with the spirit of a male head inside, which resembles a djinn. In the story, Lady Vane, who's actually an evil witch, uses the power of the mirror to disguise herself as the late Queen Grace to deceive her husband, King Cole, and try and become the next queen herself. Interestingly, this version of the mirror spirit talks in modern American English and also clearly shows its own will and personality, as shown when it responds to Lady Vane's threat to break it with a reminder that it is the source of her beauty and without it she's nothing. Also, here, the mirror is the one that gives the witch the enchanted apple, but now it's an apple that will make Snow White say the rudest things possible to everyone to destroy her reputation. However, her plan fails at the end after Snow White apologizes before everyone, after which Vane orders the mirror to kill Snow White by creating a whirl of lightning, which ends up in her defeat after the lightning hits the mirror, breaking it and revealing her true identity.
So you guys remember what they just said, that the mirror, hey, it's Fullerton, good to see you, my friend. So the mirror is able to speak modern English and have its own personality. Keep all this in mind, because when we get to my pitch on why the magic mirror should be the main star of the show, and the way that I frame this, I think you guys are going to be quite surprised at, you know what, maybe if Disney reformats it, I just might watch it. Let's keep going, because right here, Dan's Life of the Kingdom mentioned this, that the magic mirror was in the Once Upon a Time show, and here it is. Let's roll on.
In the ABC's fantasy drama TV show Once Upon a Time, the magic mirror makes its debut in the first season, where it is portrayed by Giancarlo Esposito. It is based on the original character from the 1812 fairy tale, as well as on the Disney 1937 movie and on the genie from the Aladdin fairy tale and the Disney movie. Here, it was formerly known as Genie of Agrabah, who was a powerful magical being imprisoned within the confines of a magic lamp, able to grant wishes to all who happened to come across it in their travels.
Oh. So is this up to date?
Mostly.
Soon, he falls in love with Queen Regina, and then, believing she reciprocates his love, murders King Leopold with a viper by her instruction and admits on the man's deathbed that he was the one who gifted Regina the mirror. Only after the deed is done does he realize Regina has only been using him to get rid of her husband. With his heart broken, the genie frantically uses the last wish to be with her forever and to look upon her face always, which, much to his dismay, leads to him becoming trapped in the form of a magic mirror in the world behind the mirror and being able to look upon her forever. However, following the dark curse, in the real-world town of Storybrooke, the man in the mirror, known as Sidney Glass, plays the role of a news reporter and an ally of the evil queen. The Magic Mirror, credited as the Mirror Man, appears in the 2012 live-action movie Snow White and the Huntsman in a significant...
We're almost done with the history, y'all, and believe me, it's going to lead to something. If you do not know me by now, whenever I do a deep dive live, it is Braylon times 10. My research is thorough. I do not play. When I come in the ring, I don't miss. Believe me. I took that song that we listened to at the top of the show, which is right here. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's most misunderstood of all? I don't judge, I just reflect. So what you see is what you get. Listen to that song 3 times. Come back to me. We are live on tour. This is all leading to my pitch of how they should reframe the show with this song and the magic mirror being the star of the show. So, here we go.
Role, voiced by Christopher Obi. It is portrayed as both a golden gong-like object and, in its spirit form, a shape-shifting, robed and faceless person whose entire being is seemingly composed of gold and liquid, but can also be broken like glass. In the movie, it is unknown who made the mirror, where it came from, or when it was made. At some point, the mirror came into the possession of the sorceress Ravenna, who carried the mirror along wherever she went and used its powers to aid her in conquering various kingdoms. The mirror has many magical abilities, most notably the power to answer any question completely truthfully, and by extension also predict the future. The mirror told Ravenna on the 18th birthday of her stepdaughter Snow White that the princess had now surpassed her as the fairest and had the power to defeat her. But it also predicted that should Ravenna consume her heart, she would be all-powerful for all eternity. However, at the end, it never came to pass, because as the mirror had also predicted, Snow White defeated Ravenna by fatally wounding her and taking back the throne. Then, the mirror appears in the 2012 fantasy movie Grimm's Snow White, based on the original story by the brothers Grimm. Here, it appears as a big, rectangular wall mirror placed within a massive golden frame, which houses a big face of a spirit that comes out after Snow White's stepmother, Queen Gwendolyn, uses her magic stones and speaks the magical phrase to call upon it, and mainly asks it whether she's the fairest of them all. In the 2012 movie Mirror, Mirror, the mirror appears as a large mirror that serves as a portal to the mirror realm, where a large hut exists filled with mirrors surrounding the room.
For a minute. The mirror realm, if you guys remember from the show, the magic mirror lives in the mirror realm, okay? So just want to bring that to you.
Queen Clementiana consults with the magic mirror, which has the younger reflection of the queen inside, and would always advise Clementiana not to use dark magic for her own gain. After the queen aged into an old crone, she took a slice of the poisoned apple which she was intending to give to Snow White from her. As the queen ate the apple, the mirror declared that it was Snow White's story all along, after which it suddenly shattered, causing both the mirror realm and the mirror portal to be destroyed. The mirror appears in the second act of the long-running nighttime show Fantasmic, where it, voiced by Tony Jay and projected onto water screens, replies that Mickey Mouse's imagination creates fairer things than the evil queen. Jealous, the queen transforms herself into the witch and uses the mirror to summon various forces of evil, including Ursula, Chernabog, and Maleficent. In the 2015 animated movie Descendants, the mirror is reduced to a simple hand mirror, as the evil queen was only able to hold onto a shard of her former possession, and like most previous versions, it also can answer any question. Evie, the daughter of the evil queen, is given the mirror when she leaves for Oregon, and this time it shows answers on the glass and requires to be asked in rhyme. Additionally, the magic mirror can be seen in front of the evil queen's statue in the Museum of Cultural History. In the animated TV show Descendants' Wicked World, the hand mirror that contains a shard of the magic mirror starts the short animated episodes off when Evie asks it to show her the future to see what happens when their stories unfold. Evie doesn't use the mirror or its magic like she did in the movie because both she and Mal are trying to be good by not using it or Mal's spellbook. Despite this, Evie did talk to it in the episode Voodoo You Do after looking at herself in a mirror in a shop on the Isle of the Lost. She wanted to make sure that both the mirror and the reflection it gives of her knew that she still loved them, so the mirror itself wouldn't get jealous. The spirit of the mirror's head can also be seen as a large mask in the Facilier shop as Mal, Evie, Ben, and Audrey walk into it. The mirror reappears in the 2016 live-action movie The Huntsman: Winter's War, which is the sequel to the 2012 movie Snow White and the Huntsman, voiced by Fred Tatasciore. After Queen Ravenna was killed by Snow White in the first movie, her dark vital essence became one with the magic mirror, and her spirit took the entity's place in it to evade passing on into the afterlife. She was able to use the mirror to torment Snow White, who initially kept it locked away, having no use for it herself. Years later, however, when the mirror's dark and forbidding presence grew too strong, Snow White ordered it to be taken to the sanctuary, believing the good magic of the place would be able to suppress the mirror's evil. But unfortunately, the mirror was able to influence the guards escorting it and cause them to turn on each other. The mirror was eventually recovered by Ravenna's sister, Freya, who used it to resurrect her by saying, "Who's the fairest of them all?" After discovering Ravenna enchanted Andrew in the past to kill his own newborn daughter, Queen Freya turns on her sister and uses her cryokinetic powers to freeze the mirror, while the huntsman shatters it and destroys both Ravenna and the mirror. In the 2018 animated movie Ralph Breaks the Internet, the mirror appears in the princess's room during the scene where Snow White pulls out the poisoned apple. In the 2019 animated South Korean movie Red Shoes and the Seven Dwarfs, the mirror reappears as a secondary antagonist, voiced by Patrick Warburton, who now acts sarcastically and eccentrically, and also enjoys watching people suffer. Its face resembles part of a wooden mask with glowing yellow lights for eyes, with the area behind its face appearing to be made up of purple crystals. It is attached to and in control of a giant magic tree planted in the throne room of Queen Regina's castle, where it is serving as an informer and an assistant of Regina, the main antagonist of the show, in carrying out her plans. In the story, after Snow White escapes the castle with the red shoes, the mirror tells Regina that the one wearing the shoes is the fairest in the land. However, upon being ordered to tell Regina her name, it says it doesn't know. In the end, it fights with the Fearless Seven, led by their leader, Merlin, until Jack shatters it by hitting it. Then, the mirror cameos in the chibi form at the museum in the animated comedy TV show Chibi Tiny Tales, in the episode Descendants Date Night. The mirror next appears.
I have cooking. Ooh, what a question. Let me reverse it a little bit.
Then, the mirror cameos in the chibi form at the museum in the animated comedy TV show Chibi Tiny Tales, in the episode Descendants Date
You'll
Night.
find out here in just a minute.
The mirror next appears in the animated TV show The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse in the episode Once Upon an Apple, serving the same function as in the original movie voiced by Chris Diamantopoulos. In the story, after the evil queen gets tricked into eating her own apples, the mirror reveals that Mickey is now the fairest in the land, earning him a punch and leaving a black eye. It is later shown wearing a Mickey Mouse ears hat and happily singing the Mickey Mouse Club theme song.
These are the May specials here at Weaver Barnes. 10% off all sheds.
The magic reveals that Mickey is now the fairest in the land, earning him a punch and leaving a black.
So you see that in the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse that there's a kinetic energy, right, to the magic mirror. So he got a black eye. And
it is later shown where
you see that the magic mirror can be happy, you see. A little bit of personality. Like I said, a lot of people who have watched the Villains Unfairly Ever After just thinks the show is boring. But they miss the magic of the magic mirror.
wearing a Mickey Mouse ears hat and happily singing the Mickey Mouse Club theme song. The magic mirror appears in the 2023 animated crossover special Lego Disney Princess: The Castle Quest, serving as an assistant to an arrogant hunter named Gaston, who is the main antagonist, voiced by Corey Burton. When Gaston asks the mirror about how many castles he controls, it tells him that he controls many castles while showing images of them, including Snow White's castle, and that he could gain even more kingdoms as long as nobody interferes. When King Triton proposes a challenge to defeat Gaston by bringing his bravest warriors, the magic mirror summons Snow White, Ariel, Tiana, Rapunzel, and Moana, for they are the only ones that could outbest him and save the kingdoms. Before the challenges, however, the mirror is confronted by Snow White, who wants to smash it because of what had happened during the events of the original movie, but then fearfully apologizes before her and gets forgiven as a result. After Gaston's defeat, the magic mirror reveals to the princesses that the castle is also made for them. Next, the magic mirror's face makes a cameo in the 2023 animated movie Wish, when King Magnifico gets sucked into his staff after his plot to hoard all of his people's wishes for himself failed. Since the movie has tied in all previous Disney movies as Easter eggs throughout the story.
By the way, Wish was the celebration of the 100th anniversary of the Disney company. So, just to give you context there.
Can be theorized that Magnifico might be the former identity of the magic mirror, as he is left as part of a magic mirror shard at the end. Finally, the mirror reappears in the 2025 live-action remake, Snow White, being voiced by Patrick Page. Here, its story gets expanded as a mystical artifact, and it is also hinted that the mirror has a deeper lore and is a conduit to something beyond the mortal world. In the story, after years of using the mirror repeatedly to affirm that the evil queen is the fairest in the land, she lashes out in anger at the mirror and breaks it in the climax of the movie, after discovering that Snow White will always be fairer than her. But this doesn't actually destroy it, and instead creates a rift into nether space and takes the queen inside, reducing her to ash, and then repairs itself afterwards.
Thank you to Evolution Production for that amazing recap about the magic mirror and the evolution of the magic mirror. Now, I wanted to bring this up because this is how many years, right? 108 years old the magic mirror is. So, oh yes, on Shrek he cringes for Farquaad's wrong choice. Number 3, pick number 3, my lord. So the magic mirror is 108 years old. Now, I'm going to show you guys this, because this also has a clip. This also has a part to play in it. So here we go. So this is from Squid Game. Now, this is Young Chi by country. So you see how there's a different Young Chi in each country. This is a clue about what's to come, because I'm about to give you the format of if they reframed it around the magic mirror. Okay, what could they do? So there is that. All right, y'all ready? You ready? I think I've teased y'all enough. So remember Magic Fables, where the mirror was able to have autonomy to be on their own. The Mickey's Magical Christmas, where, you know, it had a Santa hat. The House of Mouse, where, you know, he was of service to the House of Mouse, the club, and said Queenie to the evil queen. And in the anime version, right, it was a portal, right? And then, of course, it was a weapon and a travel device. And then the magic mirror became a person of liquid gold, right? So you're probably wondering, well, Bray, how is this going to work? I'm so glad you asked. You know I have an answer for you, right? Here's the format. So imagine you have a Caesar Flickerman narrator saying, "Good evening to all of you. Welcome to the Magic Mirror's home. I am the steward of this place to make sure that it is dusted and spotless and in top shape for the magic mirror to be able to go through the realms. But you're not here to see me. You're here to see the magic mirror." And then the magic mirror does the same intro from Unfairly Ever After, including the iconic line, "Who magic mirror, who's the fairest of one of all?" You know the iconic line, right? And then he goes into that amazing song, "Magic mirror on the wall, who's most misunderstood of all? But I can't judge, I just reflect. So what you see is what you get." Right? So that whole thing happens, and then we learn the birth of the magic mirror and childhood. And because the magic mirror can do just about anything, we see memories of the magic mirror in their childhood. Maybe we get to meet the mom and dad of the magic mirror. Does the magic mirror have brothers and sisters? So that's Act 1, right? So that's Act 1. And if you remember the show Young Rock, it was a interview. It was in an interview documentary format where, you know, Rob Park, the brother who played on Fresh Off the Boat, he was interviewing Dwayne The Rock Johnson, right? So imagine the Caesar Flickerman character interviewing the magic mirror about his life. And the magic mirror is showcasing himself, right? So in Act 2, we meet different magic mirrors from the different princesses, right? So we meet the magic mirror from Under the Sea, because you remember in one of the, Snow White movies that we saw in the evolution of it, there was 5 different magic mirrors, and each one of them had a different purpose. So we meet the Under the Sea magic mirror. We meet the Arabian magic mirror. We meet the Southern magic mirror. We meet Aurora's magic mirror. We meet Cinderella's magic mirror. We meet Belle's magic mirror, right? And each one of those magic mirrors has different personalities, right? And so, you have each mirror coming out for maybe 3 to 5 minutes to give their take on how they met the original magic mirror. And, there's interactions there. And then in the middle of the show, there's a Q&A with the magic mirror. you get to ask the magic mirror basically anything within reason. Maybe some funny skits and all that type of stuff. Then at 3, when you see the evil queen and Unfairly After, you see the evil queen saying, I'm the most misunderstood of all, and every mirror belongs to me, and breaks every mirror. Because the magic mirror only serves the queen, right? So then the evil queen comes out, talks about her relationship with the magic mirror, how they met, and all that stuff. And then at 4, you're probably thinking, what does Pete have to do with this? As you guys know, Pete is the villain to Mickey Mouse. So imagine this epic finale between Pete and the magic mirror, right? And the audience is participating along and saying, magic mirror, over there, over here. And it is the ultimate battle, right? And then guess what? Pete thinks he's defeated the magic mirror. But before the show, one of the audience members has an envelope that has the magic phrase. A different magic phrase that you can only know by going to the show. So if you don't go to the show, you won't know it, and it will change, right? So there's got to be a lot of magic phrases, but there, the cast members will choose one person to have that magic phrase, and Peter's like, oh, I'm Pete. I am the great one now. I am the magic mirror. You see, I've been here all along. I've listened to all the stories of Belle's magic mirror and Cinderella's magic mirror, Aurora's magic mirror, and Ariel's magic mirror, and Tiana and Jasmine's, and y'all thought y'all were it. I am the magic mirror, so guess what? I transform myself. And now Pete has taken up every mirror. But the problem is, Pete, the magic mirror is like Thor's hammer, right? So Pete is struggling to stay in it. And so that one person in the audience has to read out that phrase, and then you see a shattering like you would not believe of everybody's clapping. And everybody has to be clapping and stomping in order to break Pete of this power of having the magic mirror. And the magic mirror is like, oh my God, I'm back in my mirror. I never would have thought I would have loved being in the mirror. Thank you all for saving me. I hope you recognize that I'm not good, I'm not bad, I'm just a mirror trying to do one job. And you have magic in you too. And that is the retheming of Disney villains Unfairly After the Magic Mirrors Royale. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. So listen. Okay, I think Braylon did his job on this one. Now, everybody can, hate the show, do whatever, but can we at least recognize that the magic mirror has never been showcased in this long of a form before? Look, can we at least acknowledge that? Just saying. And like I said, you get to see the magic mirror at the birth, childhood, get to meet different magic mirrors through the worlds of the princesses, a Q&A with the magic mirror live in real time because they have that technology. Then the evil queen comes about, and then a final bow between Pete and the magic mirror. Come on, how did I do? Come on, be honest in the live chat. Yeah, be honest in the live chat. Leave your comments below as well. I would love to hear what you have to say about this reimagining of Disney's villains Unfairly Ever After. I think I did a good job, didn't I? I think I did good. So, with that being said, I will put this back up here of This Show Can Work. See? I will respect the mirror only. See there. Come on. Magic mirror on the wall. Who's most misunderstood of all? But I can't judge, I just reflect. So what you see is what you get. And when you go to see the show, there is a rap at the end of the show. Disney, I need that rap on YouTube, okay? Because the rap was a vibe too, okay? Only respect you, so you'll only respect the mirror. Okay, you know what? That's progress. That's progress. That's some good progress there. Yes, indeed. I love being able to do fun stuff like this with y'all. I'm gonna turn on my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Oh man. It's Dan Life at the Kingdom. What did you think, good sir? Did I do my thing? Did I do my thing? And listen, like I said, I know that Laura Renee Creole was going to see it today, but she's actually going to see it. She's actually going to see it this Saturday. So maybe after listening to the song of the Magic Mirror, I'll get up. Well, listen, like I said, there is a rap at the end of the show that is a whole remix of the original song, and it sounds fire. It really, really does. So yes, indeed. Thank you very much. And by the way, did y'all know all that history of the Magic Mirror, though? Like, really, I did not know that history of the Magic Mirror. And by the way, look at this right here. Look at this right here. I want y'all to see this. Now, from 1916 to 2025, 108 years old. So if you really think about it, this is the Magic Mirror's first time in a lead role in the villain universe, right? So I'm just saying, maybe even the Magic Mirror's House of Mirrors in Villain's Land. I'm just saying, Disney. Okay, now if you reformat this show based on this, I need my check. Okay, I need my check, please. Thank you very much. And let me tell you, at first I thought of villagers explaining the Magic Mirror, but I'm like, no, you just need one good central narrator or interviewer interviewing the Magic Mirror, being the steward of the Magic Mirror's domain. So, I wanted to keep it simple, keep it tight, keep it right. And also, too, did you expect Pete at the end of that show? A villain with a, with a guilty by association villain? And you get to see the humanity of the Magic Mirror through the format that I did it. Not to mention, too, how many times, have you wanted to talk to the Magic Mirror and there's a Q&A in the middle of the show? Like, Finally, sheesh, better than Phaedra's return. So you're saying my reformatting of the Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After, reformatting that show is better than Phaedra's return? Wow, that's a bar. And thank you, Dan's Life at the Kingdom. See, I knew that you guys would. I hope that you guys liked it, but the fact that you guys really okay, I legit see it, right? So, no Mirror's getting a lead role after years, right? That's what I'm saying, right? That Magic Mirror, this is their first time. You know what? I'm not about to play the piano with you. But like I said, though, this is the first time that we have seen the Magic Mirror in long form. And that's why I said to Ron this morning that I actually really did like the song. And Ron was like, you like that song? I'm like, yeah, when you actually go back, I mean, when you watch the show, it's very forgettable in the show, right? But when you actually go back and listen to that song on its own a couple of times, it's actually really a fire song. Because you hear, orchestra, you hear a little bit of rock and roll, you hear the goth. It's a little bit of everything, right? Dan must be like, who's Phaedra? She's from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but it's all good, my friend. But no, I wanted to bring this live to y'all just to show y'all that, hey, listen, we have to recognize we gotta recognize what goes right in order for the possibilities of right to happen, right? So that's all I'm saying. So you can hate the show all you want, but at least give the theme song of the show the respect it deserves, because it's a fire track. Okay, it is a fire track. And like I said, share this out, with family, friends, other content creators who are in the theme park industry. Let them know that maybe there could be a reimagining of this. Now, it would be I love Dan's live at the king. He's like, no, I actually don't know who that is. But, share this out with content creators in the theme park center, because guess what? I bet you they might go, oh, damn, I didn't think about it like that. And like I said, Disney, if y'all do the Magic Mirrors, House of Magic Mirrors in Villains Land, and y'all reformat this show around this concept, I need my check. Okay? All right? I did this breakdown so I could pitch this. Okay? I know Disney doesn't take ideas, but I think this was actually a pretty solid plan. Just saying. So, So, yep. We're just chilling out here, y'all. Glad to have all of you here in the building. Yes, indeed. Magic Mirror might not have a chance to get against the Dragon Show. Yeah, I mean, listen, the Magic Mirror show is not going to beat Fantasmic, but also too, I don't think it has to. Like I said before, the Magic Mirror has never had the chance to be in this long form, in this dimension of content where we've actually heard more than just who's the fairest of them all, right? So I would say if you're going to watch the show in person, keep that in mind when you're watching it. Keep in mind the fact of the range that the Magic Mirror has in the show, because the Magic Mirror is in the whole entire show. And they have utilized the Magic Mirror in a way that I don't think that has ever been done in any Disney, film. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh my God! See, this lets you know how real it is on Virtual Tour Live. Yes, I will definitely agree. I don't think that the Magic Mirror, show will definitely beat Untradeable Dragon at Epic. There's no way in hell. But I do believe that with this reformatting of the show, I do believe that the Disney fans will at least be satisfied. I like on Ron's stream, the chat was reacting to that one clap. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I looked at some others that that the energy for the audience was there. So it really does depend on the audience. Because let me tell you, there were some of them that they were shouting for Maleficent. They were shouting Captain Hook. They were shouting for Cruella de Vil. You know what I mean? So the frequency of energy was there. If you watch some YouTube shows. And by the way, if you do not see the intro to the song, by the way, that Epic song, Disney has copyrighted it. Which honestly, Disney, you should not copyright that, because guess what? That's the best part of the show. You need to put that song out, and well, the song's already out, but you also need to put that remix of that rap out on YouTube as well. Okay. Just keeping it a buck. So, I did get I got to see a little bit of Ron's stream this morning of the Villain Show. But what did Ron think of the Mermaid Show? The Little Mermaid Show. I thought it was decent for what it was. Of course, everybody's got their, favorite part of the old version, right? And I think that, having the shell bra is important, having, Ariel's tail be skinny. I will say Jodie Benson was there to introduce the new show, and my mindset on anything Disney is, he said it was a revamp. Okay, so he did. So did he like it? Did he hate it? What was his vibe? I liked it for what it was. You know, the LED screen, and you know, the effects that they were able to use for that. It looked like a window for, you know how you go window shopping and it looks translucent and stuff like that. That's how it looked like to me. I liked, you know, he was good with it. Okay. Yeah, I thought that the Little Mermaid show was a lot better than the villain show, you know what I mean? And not to mention too, like I said before, Jodie Benson was there to introduce it. So I don't think Jodie Benson would have been there if she didn't like it. Jodie Benson cried. It was so good. It's going to be a good revival update. Just her dress could be improved, but no complaints. So see, that's why I'm saying Jodie Benson approved it. And for everybody who does not like the Little Mermaid with Halle Bailey, now I will say Tom F did a great suggestion that I did not think about. Maybe that could be Ariel's cousin. I liked that move, but watch this. If you watch that movie, there's a cameo from Jodie Benson in The Little Mermaid. And Jodie Benson approved that movie with Halle Bailey. So if she didn't approve it, then I think it would have been a real problem. Okay, so that's my standard, is if the originators of the creation don't like it, then that's where I draw the line. But since Jodie Benson approved that film, everyone else can suck it, respectfully, okay? Because if Jodie Benson wasn't in it, guess what? People wouldn't watch it. That's just how I feel about it. I still love everybody, you know what I mean? But like, I try my best to support the industry, because what people may not know is that, guess what, y'all? That was not a set. That was actually on location, right? Well, she had to, otherwise she would get canceled. You know what, Dan? I can't win for losing. But you are right, though. She would get canceled. But also, too, here's the thing, right? There are celebrities that have their own mind, right? So Jodie Benson really could have said no if she really wanted to, right? So I'm just saying to add that to the timeline. But I get what you're saying as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, I say that because they actually shot on location. And for those of you who have never been on a movie set, movies, they can take 12 hours up to 14 hours a day, right? So it's a lot of hurry up and wait. And then, you know, Halle Bailey actually talked about, you know, that iconic scene where, you know, Ariel throws her head back. Like, she actually had some problems with her neck for a minute because she had to throw her head back so many times, right? So, and then you think about the costuming and the lighting and the sound and the editing, and just, it takes a lot to make a movie. So that's why I always try to say, go see the movie, because those people, they need jobs too. You know what I mean? Their families deserve checks, you know, in the house and food on the table, right? So I try to come from that angle. But I'm also an artist as well. I like the Scuttlebutt song. It existed. It existed, you know what I mean? People didn't like Halle because they won a white mermaid with red hair. Nothing against the actress or singer. And you know what? I will say this. I did a live, right? And I responded to WDW Pro by actually showcasing some mythology when it came to Black mermaids. So Black mermaids are a real thing. You can look that up on, actually, you know what? Let's do that right now. Let's do that right now live. Hang on. So I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to present. And this is not to prove anything to anybody, but this is just how transparent I am with y'all. So Black mermaid history. So here it is here. Right here. 33,500,000 results in about 30 seconds, right? So the history is out there. And I talked about this on a live responding to WDW Pro. WDW Pro has some great takes, but sometimes, you know, he goes against the grain, which I can respect somebody who goes against the grain, but also too, that doesn't mean that another perspective isn't out here. So I get how everybody has their opinion, but you know what I mean? So they had story to tell about Black Mermaids, and Disney didn't want to do it. Yeah, I mean, Disney's going to do what they wanted to do, but I just wanted to bring this up just to add some context, conjecture, and connection. I think everybody who knows me, you know, and our channel, we are very open, progressive, and diverse, but we're also rooted in soul, fact, and a perspective of let's just let our minds be present, let our spirit be available, have the soul be open to what can be. You know what I mean? And like I said, I believe in everybody having the right to their own opinion, but also agreeing to disagree, but still loving people. I know that can be extremely difficult. But listen, the fact that I was able to bring a show that some people could not stand and reformat to the magic mirror and showcase the range of the magic mirror to the point. Okay, to the point, where Dan said this, and that Florida team will only respect the mirror only. We good. You know, it's interesting as the live action Little Mermaid is not forgettable. Right, that's what I'm saying. No, that's okay. We can do without her ass. We can do without her ass, okay? I would have not minded the Jill Scott my damn self, you know, as the mermaid, you know, but that's just me. You know, yeah. What's interesting is, okay, gotcha. To each their own. You know, I feel like that, because here's the thing, right? There are some movies that may not be critically acclaimed, but they're like a cult classic, right? So for the people that really love the movie, they love the movie. I mean, I'll put it like this. The controversy behind Snow White compared to The Little Mermaid, Haley Bailey really didn't do too much to make that movie go down. Now, of course, you know, people had their opinions and sound third, but at least, you know, I think that The Little Mermaid made a lot more money than Snow White, so it's still a success to somebody, right? So, but it's all good in the neighborhood. I still love everybody. Listen, life is bigger than just movies and TV and everything in between. You know what I mean? So, but yes, indeed. So, you did enjoy Under the Sea. And let me tell you something. That was a very good scene. You know what I mean? So, a little Caribbean twist, absolutely. And also, too, in the movie, you also got to see Prince Eric in his younger self, right? Because in the anime movie, we see grown Eric. But in the live action movie, you got to see Eric in a younger form, and you got to see Eric under that societal pressure, right? That he wanted to be his own person. And then, you know, Ariel got to also be her own person as well. Well, Ariel's always wanted to be her own person, but you also got to see, that, you know, Ariel got a chance to explore, right? Because when you get, you know what, I cannot deal with you two. The truth is, I have not seen the live action Little Mermaid. I'm not about to play the piano with both of y'all. I still love y'all though. But I will say this, right? In the animated movie, right? It was more about the romance of Prince Eric, right? And, you know, trying to see how go about, you know, having another chapter, right? Wanting to be free. But what I loved about the live action, though, was you got to see Ariel more as a teenager, right? So I feel like with the Ariel of the animated versions, I feel like those were the adult version of Ariel and Prince Eric. But with the live action, I think it was Ariel in her teen years and Eric in his teen years. That's how I saw it when I saw the movie, right? So I saw it in the theater, and I gotta say that ending with seeing all the mermaids was something amazing to see. So, like I said, sometimes just give it a second look. You know what I mean? Sometimes perspective can help. You know what I mean? But still, either way, I mean, for them to pull off what they pulled off, you gotta give it to them. That they did that, because making a movie is not easy. Do you wish they did the French Chef song? I do, but also too, you know, with a live action version, of course, they may want to take it in a different direction. Like, for example, with Lilo and Stitch, I wish they would have added Captain Gantu, right? I think that honestly, I think that the way they could have had Captain Gantu, right, was, you know, maybe he was in charge of the Portal Patrol, right? If they wanted to add that new element to it, but still have Captain Gantu in it, because the portal gun was a very pivotal part of Lilo and Stitch. So there's always a way to do something, but you're not going to please everybody too. You know what I mean? So. But yes, indeed. I wish it was more colorful. Lilo and Stitch is a Hawaii paradise. Now, I will say this, right? Can we talk? You know how when you hear Life is a Highway, the only version I like is the Rascal Flatts version? I'm going to just say this. This is no disrespect to Bruno Mars' nephews. But for Lilo and Stitch, the live action, okay? They should have used Winona Judd's Hunk of Burning Love, damn it. Okay, that's the only version I want to hear. Okay, that's it. That's all kaput in the story. Those nephews will have a great career in some other movies. That should have been Winona Judd Hunk of Burning Love at the end of the movie, okay? Because in the anime movie, when you hear da-dun, 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 wait, da-dun, 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 no. It's forwarding. I was saying that for Cars, when you hear Life is a Highway sung by Rascal Flatts, right? That's the only version I want to hear of Life is a Highway. But when it came to Hunk of Burning Love, it was Bruno Mars' nephew singing that song when it should have been Winona Judd. Okay? And all I ask you to do is to pull up the Hunk of Burning Love version from Bruno Mars' nephews, and then listen to Winona Judd. I promise you will go with the Winona Judd version hand over fist. What did I think of it? You know what, Dan's Life at the Kingdom? I will have to tell you, I legit cried 3 times at the movie theater, right? And I like how, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's certain things that they have to be in there, non-negotiable. And I'm sure if the directors would have reached out to Winona Judd, she would have been like, are you kidding? I'll go to Hawaii and sing it on the beach with Stitch. Like, I'm sure she would have done it. But of course, when you're not that creative and you're allergic to creativity and you don't have any creativity within you, then, you know, it's gonna fall flat. It's gonna be shit, and it's gonna be tragic. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, though, I did cry 3 times in the theater. It hit me in some ways that I didn't expect. I like the fact that they twisted Stitch's, you know, drive for madness, and they gave it a new life. So I do like that. Because, you know, at first, no, it was Elvis. It was Elvis. Wait, I think it was Elvis. Let me see. I thought it was. Hunk of Burning Love, Elvis. Yeah, it was Elvis. It was Elvis, right? So, like I said, I cried in the movie 3 times. Like I said, I like the flip that they did on Stitch's Drive for Madness, because in the original animated movie, right, he was really an evil. He was really an evil alien, right? In this one, he really wasn't an evil alien for like world destruction, right? He was evil in terms of creating chaos, right, and disruption, and making things in a disarray fashion. So it's a different take on Stitch's Drive for Madness, which I did like. Of course, the bullying scene has been changed, right? But it's still there. Did I buy did you buy a $40 Stitch bucket? Hang on. I'm gonna show y'all what I got, okay? Now, I did not, $40, no. I did not get $40, no. But I did see it though. And it's Stitch with, the back open and stuff like that. I thought that was cool, but I don't have money like that, just saying. But what I did do though, let me show you. Let me show you. Okay. Right here. So this was the popcorn bucket that I got because I went to go see it in theaters. As you can see, it says only in theaters. And I'm like, this was $20. I'm like, you know what? I could spend $20 on this because this is going to be a collector's item. You know what I mean? So Stitch is always with me. Okay. Back off camera. But yeah, I cried in the movie 3 times. There was the moment of, I think this was in the preview, so I'm not really spoiling anything with this. When when Lilo says, when Nani says, "You're not bad, you just do bad things," I think that line definitely got to me. I think when Stitch sacrificed himself definitely got to me, and the ending. I think the ending, really got to people because it wasn't an exact replica of the animated film, but it still had Ohana in there, right? And yes, that line is still there, right? And I feel like sometimes people just want to complain about something just so they can have something going on in their life. And it's like Stitch is in the movie. You know what I mean? Like Stitch is in the movie, guys. It's Lilo and Stitch. It's still Lilo and Stitch. Like, can you be proud that didn't change? So, and yes, Pixar movies did make us cry back in the day. Absolutely. I will say, I think the best Pixar movie of all time, I don't care what you say, you can fight me, you can go away for a couple of days and then come back to me. Wall-E was the best Pixar movie of all time. So undervalued, so underappreciated, so unembraced. It is ridiculous. It got into a movie hall of fame because it was that good. It talked about environmentalism, technology, independence, trying to find your way, loneliness. It really was a very, mentally emotional movie. I gotta tell you, that's the best one. Now, I will say the best Pixar movie of recent, Elemental. And I will say I did see some people say, well, oh my gosh, another race story about, Asian cultures and everything in between, Let me tell you something. Ember's story is so relatable because think about how many people, right, are in a family line of business, right? And deep down inside, they really don't want to be a part of the family business. They want to do their own thing, but if they do their own thing, their parents are going to get mad. And not to mention, too, imagine that you're fire, right? And you don't want to destroy, but you were created to destroy, right? And not being able to be more than what you are is terrifying. And then Wade, he's this, sweet guy, doesn't really get out there, but he sees himself being more, right? And there's a love story between fire and water in that movie. And let me tell you something. The way that the animators made Element City is amazing. I mean, you have earth, water, fire, and air. I mean, you had clouds competing in sports. Like if Disney made Elemental. Now, I did not add this to the Walt Disney World rebrand master plan. I know it's such a fucking shame with Wally. Wally loves Eva and calls her Eva. Yes, indeed. I did not include this in the Walt Disney World rebrand master plan. But if they made Elemental City the 5th park at Walt Disney World, I would not be mad at it. Better than Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Now, I don't know. Hey, Hillen, good to see you, my friend. I don't know about that because the Flinders chauffeur and the spray-on shoes, and I like how, it was a father-son story with that. I think Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs definitely. And like I said, with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, I added it to Epcot because of food production, right? Epcot is about exploring the world of tomorrow because Epcot stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow, right? So it's about edutainment. So I thought Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs would have been a very good way to showcase food production, but also too, Elemental could be a part of Epcot very easily. And hang on, watch this. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Because wait till y'all see this. Okay, wait till y'all see this. Now. Now I'm gonna come on camera for this one. Oh, hang on. Hi, I'm Stitch, and I'm taking over Braylon's stream. Braylon is good. Braylon is very good. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe to Braylon. Stitch loves Braylon, and Braylon loves Stitch. Hi. Y'all heard what Stitch said. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the damn channel. Anyway, I want to show y'all this, okay? This was from Lights, Motors, Action, Extreme Stunt Show. If you don't know what this show is, this, right, was from the happiest celebration on earth, okay? So I want you to watch this. Breaker, 1-9. Come in, good buddy. Shoot, I've always wanted to say that. Howdy, it's me, Baker, International Tow Truck Commission, here in the super secret spy location. Oops, not so secret now. We got ourselves a report of a bad guy type spy car right where he is, and he got himself a secret weapon. But don't worry, I got me a secret weapon too. It's my own red hero car. Lightning McQueen.
Leader, where are you?
Right up here, buddy.
What are we doing here?
There's an enemy spy with a secret weapon, and you've got to stop.
Come on, seriously, an enemy spy with a secret weapon?
I'm trying. Look, I'm tracking with my super duper high-tech secret spy satellite thing again.
All right, Vader, I'll check it out. There is no one here, Mater.
He went round the other side.
Okay, I'll play along. No enemy spy car here either.
No food. He's down by the river. Trust me.
Trust you? Yeah, that's what you said when you took me tractor tipping.
Tractor is so good.
And now you got me looking for an imaginary enemy spy car. Hey, look, it's an enemy spy car. Oh, an enemy spy car?
That's him. Come on, Lightning. Get it in. Trace him through the center tunnel. I'm gonna send me a movie trip to destroy this super weapon.
I'll get right where you want him, Mater. Hey, you! I gotta use my headlights now.
You'll never catch me, McQueen.
Interesting. Very interesting why I would bring this up. That's right.
I got you now. That's what you think.
It worked. Looks like that bad guy got me through my life.
Gotcha.
Say y'all, give it up for Lightning McQueen. You done good, buddy.
Well, it helps that I made such a good choice.
In what?
And my best friend.
Shoot. I'll see you back at Ray Johnny Friday.
Race you there.
A race? Yeah, good. See you later.
Now, that was from Cars 2. Does anybody remember Catastrophe Canyon? You know, where, you were on a tram tour and, the water came on you and stuff like that and fire and everything else. I wonder if you remember this too.
Chase, then we had to jump on that semi.
Wait for it. You watching? I wonder what that red car is going to do. Oh my God, that red car is cornered pretty good. What interesting setup they got there. Very interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Something going on here. Whoa. Wait a minute. Why is fire up here? Wait a damn minute. I'm a little confused. I guess we just got to see this thing. Now, I know what you're thinking. If they would have kept this water, fire, earth, and air, elemental in lights, motors, action, extreme stunt show, and if they never would have brought this, if they would have kept the tram tour elemental with the tram tour for Disney's Hollywood Studios, back off camera. Listen, y'all can do what you want to do. I just keep coming up with greatness. Okay, that's all I do. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. You know, I really should be hired by now. Oh my Lord Jesus! Bet you wasn't expecting that brand tie-in, huh? Oh my Lord Jesus, man! Can you imagine Ember being in control of the fire of the stunt show and the flooding from Wade, right? And imagine the cloud, sports team coming in with the fog. And then imagine, the earth, making earthquakes on the set. Imagine Elemental inside Lightsmore Action Extreme Stunt Show. I'm just saying. It's amazing what the land they had around Hollywood Studios. They could have expanded, dude. The parking lot is bigger than the park. Oh, I believe it. Y'all like that brand tie-in? As soon as I saw It's Florentine bring this up right here, wonder why Braylon's bringing this up. Do you not know me by now? Bringing up references and connecting dots and just dropping just epicness, Oh, my Lord Jesus. Oh, my Lord Jesus. I say that all with love to everybody, to Dan's Life, to It's Florentine, to everybody. I say that with all love. So yes, indeed, I do. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that, I remember saying this. So imagine Elemental in the show, right? So, there's ways to make it happen. There's definitely ways to make this happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, but do y'all like that tie-in? Do y'all think that would have been cool if they would have kept that around? Elemental would have came out, that would have been cool to add to the stunt show, because for one, it would have made you go watch Elemental, the movie, right? I think I said this on La Renee Creole's show one time, that they might as well change it to Disney Magicwood Studios, because you got Imagination combining with Hollywood, and I think Magicwood Studios would actually not be a bad name out, because you think about it, it's Hollywood through the imagination of Disney, right? So Imaginewood Studios, right? So like I said, Disney, if you need me, I'm available. Also Universal as well. You're giving Disney what it regrets. Well, listen, I'm always available, right? I'm always available to lend a helping hand. You know what I mean? So. And by the way, I just want to say this. Tomorrowland with George Clooney was a great movie as a side note. I just want to say that. I don't think people really dug into that movie like they should, because that movie was so exploratory about the future, and it was such a soulful movie about how tomorrow is right in front of you. You just have to see the way the character was mama back in the day. It's not really gone, but the range of storytelling in Tomorrowland with George Clooney, that is a low-key classic that people need to be watching more of. They need to watch that movie more often, rather. So I really like, really like Tomorrowland with George Clooney. And Tom Hanks, I'm weighing on the Walt Disney movie, okay? Because you played Walt Disney greatly in Saving Mr. Banks. If you have an off day and you just need to reset your center, watch Saving Mr. Banks, okay? It is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. Emma Thompson, Paul Giamatti, they did a great job. Colin Farrell, they did their thing with that movie. And gives you the backstory of Mary Poppins and Disney. It's a great film. It really, really is. And Paris still has to sit. That's why I'm saying, like, that show should have never went away. Like, if you really think about it, if they would have kept that show and just evolved it right, I think they would have been fine. Like, the additions from the Happiest Celebration on Earth actually made the part better. Like I said, the peak Disney for me was the Happiest Celebration on Earth. She's so mean and cold. Wait, who's so mean? Who? Oh, you mean P.L. Travers? Yeah, she is a little bit mean and cold. Kidding. But no, I mean, like I said, during the Happiest Celebration on Earth, and also the Year of a Million Dreams was like peak Disney for me. Once again, let me bring that up here. Hang on. Give me a moment here. Here we go. Because I have to tell you something. This video right here.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Hang on,
Disneyland is...
Let me rewind it, because this was the best vacation DVD they've ever done. Okay? All right.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
This is a global event as Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, Tokyo Disneyland, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Disney Cruise Line join Disneyland in celebrating 50 years of magic. It's the happiest celebration on Earth.
Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals and the dreams that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
Tell me a better time in Disney than that celebration. I'll wait for it, damn it. I'll wait. I will wait on it. You can't tell me a time that was better than that time. Name it. make no damn sense. You had Cinderella Castle Suite that opened up. You had, and this was during the year of a million dreams, but still, you had the Disneyland Dream Suite, which was actually supposed to be Walt Disney's suite for him and his family, which was supposed to be bigger than the firehouse, right? How do I feel about the 70th anniversary decorations and characters? It's a party, right? I saw this key, for like $70 for it, you know what I mean? And honestly, like, I don't get it. Like, why spend $70 on a key? Like, I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it. You know what I mean? It's confetti. You know what I mean? It would have been nice to have like a special color just for that celebration, like the iridescent color, which, by the way, I think iridescent should be a paint color at Home Depot and Lowe's. I don't think that they should have gotten rid of iridescent just because it was the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just keep it simply understood, respected, and revered, right? So that's what I would say for that. So, well, this has been a fun conversation, y'all. I want to be able to clip this show for y'all, so I probably will stay on for just a little bit to maybe like 1 hour 55 minutes. But this has been so much fun with each and every single one of you. I hope that this show gave you a new perspective on the Magic Mirror. I hope you do listen to the song, which, by the way, if you're looking for the song, which I put it in the chat at the beginning of the show right here. So listen to that song right there. And then, like I said, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of the rebranding of the show. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Here's the gag. It's okay not to like an idea I have. I'm still going to love you anyway, because guess what? I want you to do better than me. Although you probably don't have probably can't do a fifth or a half of what I did to do this, but I still love you anyway. It's all in love, y'all. It's all in love. I will say this, right? I am still new to the theme park sector because, as Florentine has told me, what I do is not easily replicated. But I will say this, though. I think that with me being in the theme park sector, I think I'm probably one of the most open, dynamic, and most progressive theme park content creators. Like, I don't know everything, but I also don't apologize for what I know, but I'm game for what's possible. And that's not an easy balance to do. You know what I mean? So I hope that every time that I get to do a deep dive live into a theme park idea, or I cover theme park news, that you guys feel that it's coming from a fan point of view. You get that media perspective, but also too, I'm speaking to you in a relatable way, right? I'm not concerned about the fluff for looks. I'm concerned about the soul of how we can enjoy it as fans. So I hope I'm doing that in the sub for you guys, because it's a real thrill, pleasure, and joy to do that. So if anything, I try to match the energy of that video, because that video is quintessential magic for me. So yes, indeed. So, well, with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you were always born a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we're also be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just trying to advocate for a mirror in 8 years has never been seen, heard, or has had a space to talk Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready for you to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love you got given, receive love you got given, receive love you got given. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen, if your friends ever get on your nerves, say, look, magic mirror on the wall, who's most misunderstood of all? I can't judge, I just reflect. So what you see is what you get. Just let them know that. Just let them know, listen, I'm the magic mirror on your wall of your life, and you're asking me who's the most misunderstood of all. Listen, I can't judge you as my friend, but I'll just reflect on what you've done. And so what you see from me is what you get. Commercial break and fireworks are coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way for you, me, always, as a society, as people, as culture. I feel love, and I send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
world of princesses.
A world of villains.
And heroes.
Raise your sabers.
A world of other worlds.
A world of all the favorites.
A world of throwbacks. A world of
for whatever you love. Infinite worlds await.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
This is where our magic comes from.
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There were stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.